So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start the closing session of GSI 17. So I hope that you enjoy GSI. So GSI is a very interdisciplinary workshop. So I hope that you enjoy. It's sometimes difficult because you have different communities with different vocabulary. I take this picture of Gérard Berry tetrahedron that he has presented for the birthday of 350 year birthday of Académie des Sciences, where you have the information on algorithms at the center of the tetrahedron between matière, energy and onde, and his talk was on machine and information. So some souvenirs. So here's, if you remember, so the talk of Jean-Michel Bismuth on where you have the Langevin equation everywhere. You should remember also the talk of Yann Olivier, where the question was, could we use jointly the natural gradient of information geometry and the Langevin equation? And he say yes, we can use natural Langevin dynamics, mixing the property of these two equations, and also we can estimate the practically the Fisher matrix for a very large size of data. Also, in the talk of Marco Girolami, you have the mix of Langevin equation and Hamiltonian Monte Carlo method. So Langevin, you could observe that Langevin were everywhere, also with Marie Curie. So Paul Langevin was a very accomplished scientist in France because he has written a book which is called La pensée et l'action. We try to transform science in application. So in 2000, last year, we have it was the birthday of the 100 years invention of sonar by Langevin. So it has invented the sonar during the First World War, using the inventions of the Curie brother on related to piezoelectricity. Some other GSI souvenirs, Alain Trouvé. So we could say we have not Disneyland, but Diffeoland Paris, with many things about diffeomorphism, with new games, geodesic shooting, parallel transport, normal cycle. So I have personally discovered the normal cycle. So Chase Space. So you have this year we have many things about Chase Space. So I take this picture about Chase Space a long time ago with Étienne de Silhouette. Here you have a machine to draw a silhouette of people. So it is the beginning of the anthropology metric. And also Alphonse Bertillon. It was a criminologue, and he start to also on metrical anthropology. You have also Chase Space start also with Antoine Cournot and Fréchet. They talk about what is a mean man. So this is an example where you have different weight, size of different people from different countries. And recently I have discovered this very funny picture. So this is a Barbie, and here this is the mean Barbie, which has been printed with a 3D printer with the statistic of US woman. So you have the web link if you are interested. So you can see the discussion between Antoine Augustin Cournot and Joseph Bertrand on mean main, and you have a remark of Bertrand. Man weight is almost proportional to its volume and varies proportionally to the cube of its size, but the mean of power 3 is not equal to the power 3 of the mean. So we have many discussions about l'homme moyen during this period. And Cournot gives the example of right triangle. When you have n right triangle, the mean of its edges of the right triangle is not a right triangle. But if you use the Frechet definition of a right triangle by parameterizing the three coordinates h, a, and b with the Pythagorean equation, you could find a mean triangle which is a right triangle. So it was the beginning of probability in metric space. Also, I love this recent paper of Hermann Karcher because he concludes that he prefers to say that we call Karcher mean Frechet mean. So I think it's we can say that we have a Karcher flow to compute a Karcher Frechet mean. We have also two sessions on optimal transport. A few years ago, I find this very interesting paper of Maurice Frechet, who it deals with what we call now Wasserstein distance. So this is exactly the Wasserstein distance. And he makes relation with the previous paper of Paul Levy in 1950. And you have the correspondence letters between Frechet and Paul Levy on this subject. And this book has been translated in English if you are interested. And what is very, very interesting in this paper is that he introduced another distance because he has discovered that the repartition function h, which is given in the definition, could be have a lower bound and higher bound, which are related to extreme Frechet copulace. And so it takes the lowest, the H1, which is given by the mean of the two repartition function, and it provides you a distance. And there is many papers, especially in the Italian community, which has developed this idea around the extremal Frechet populace. We have also this year Daniel Benquin, who presents us many very interesting things about visio-vestibular system. It's a very fascinating topic. So it's true that the intelligence of brains is starting by learning the space before learning anything. And so he also proves that he tries the organs are elaborated to capture the invariances and by coding the Galileo group and its Lie algebra. And we find the same reflection in the Souriau paper. So I will read it, the sentence we have in one of his last interview. He said, "I say to myself, because of meeting groups everywhere, there is something hidden there, the metaphysical category of groups that hovers in the empyrean of mathematics, which we discover on Adder must be connected with something closer to us. Listening to many presentations of neurophysiologists, I ended up learning the primitive role of moving objects. We know how to manipulate this movement mentally with great virtuosity that allows us to manipulate ourselves, to walk, run, jump, catch up when we fall, and so on. This is not true only for us, it is also true for monkeys. They are much more adroit than we are to anticipate the result of the trip. For some basic reading operations, they are even 10 times faster than us. Many neurophysiologists think that there is a special structure genetically inscribed in the brain, the wiring of a group. And he also said, when there is an earthquake, we witness the death of space. We live with our habits that we think universal. Neuroscience rarely deals with geometry. For monkeys living in trees, some of Euclid group properties are better wired in their brain. So this is the inventor of geometric mechanics, and he tried to make also the relationship with the structure of the vestibular system. Another lesson learned is that the brain is coding information at the speed of the end on chalk on blackboard. So we are using PowerPoint on many slides, but finally the rate of information that our brain are able to process is very low. So I take the picture of Silver because he gives his presentation on the blackboard. Souvenir also of Natasha Henry, and so I am, and I hope you are also now very interested by the life of Marie and Bronia, his sister, which are unknown or new heroine. So we have also a debate on a session on gender equality. So gender equality is very important. So we have to work on to be active on this gender equality. But I think gender equality is important, but social equality is also very important. And just to remember my opening session of last GSI, Élie Cartan was the son of a very poor blacksmith in a little village. So the problem is where is the son of the blacksmith in 2017? And I'm not sure that in our university and labs we have social equality. About new events on geometric science of information. So next year, so MDPI will organize with Professor Jafari an event in Barcelona in May, from physics to information science on geometry. And the deadline is in January, I think so, no? End of November, okay. So you have a website, so I invite you to go to this website. And as I said during the opening, this is also the 250th birthday of Jean-Baptiste Joseph Fourier, and so we will try also to make a special session at the conference in Barcelona on a special issue with MDPI, especially for non-commutative harmonic analysis on geometric heat theory. And Professor Boyum has proposed, because we have no event on GSI next year, to organize a workshop on Koszul and Souriau at Montpellier University. So it will be organized by Professor Boyum, so I will try to help him to organize this event. So we have launched the announcement, so we have to do it now. So Jean-Louis Koszul and Jean-Marie Souriau were two students of Élie Cartan and were highly influenced by his work. So it is very two different men, because Koszul was a member of Bourbaki, so it's mathematical rigor of Bourbaki, and Souriau was more a physicist, and he has some very genial intuition that and develop the mathematical tool for this intuition. And I take this the joke of Arnold. I don't know if you know this very well paper of Vladimir Arnold sur la géométrie différentielle des groupes de Lie de dimension infinie et ses applications en l'hydrodynamique. He starts the paper by this very funny joke. It says, in the following, I will try to be compliant with the request of Bourbaki, so to substitute blind calculus to the very clever idea of Euler. Obviously, he will not do that in his paper. And also, so during this workshop, Koszul Souriau, we have, so as I explained during the opening, so Springer will translate this book, which is the Introduction to Symplectic Geometry, which is very interesting. Here you have a comment of Chuang Yu Ma on this book. This work has coincided with the development in the field of analytic mechanics. So in this book, you have not only introduction to symplectic geometry, but also some many links with geometric mechanics, and especially the link with the work of Suryo. And you can find, so it is in Chinese, the main invention of Suryo, so the Suryo moment map. So during some talk on shape space, people have used or use momentum map. So Suryo say not momentum map, he calls that moment map, not momentum map. And also the notion of Suryo cocycle and the Suryo equation. So both Suryo and Koszul have used affine representation of Lie group and Lie algebra. And there is many links with information geometry, because as we have presented in GSI 2013, the information geometry is a Hessian geometry, and it is a particular case of Hessian geometry that has been studied by Jean-Louis Koszul, and you have the book of Hiroko Shima, where you have the link between the Koszul work, the one form and two form of Koszul, and the information geometry and the Fisher metric. And just for your information, so Koszul was from a family of musicians, so it is the cousin of Dutilleux, Henri Dutilleux, and their grandfather were Julien Koszul, and Julien Koszul was a student of Camille Saint-Saëns and was a friend of Gabriel Fauré. And so recently, I don't know if Bertrand is here. You are here, Bertrand? No. So Bertrand Maury gave a concert at IHES, and he gave some pieces of Julien Koszul. So it will be soon available on YouTube if you are interested to learn Koszul music. And it will be also the birthday, the 50th birthday. So I think that in GSI 2019 we will talk about that. It will be the 15th birthday of Structure des systèmes dynamiques. So I invite you to read this book. It's very, very difficult to. It's not so easy to read it because you have a very. Suryo use his own notation. But so you have an English translation, which is structure of dynamical system. But you have many very clever inventions: the introduction of symplectic geometry in mechanics, the invention of moment map, the geometrization of the Noether theorem, the barycentric decomposition theorem, and it proves. It's why I have read this book. It proves in this book that the total mass of an isolated dynamical system is a class of cohomology of the equivariance default of moment map. So it proves that the moment in classical mechanics is characteristic to the geometry of the Galileo group. And also a very interesting chapter on Lie group thermodynamics related to statistical mechanics. So just this figure, it's very funny because he has made this book in Tunis, which was exactly on the site of Carthage, and all his career was in Marseille, in Massilia. So it has been influenced by the Mediterranean Sea. So the Suryo book is the root is the Mediterranean Sea culture. For GSI 2019, so we have different candidates. So Toulouse, so ENAC, École Nationale d'Aviation Civile, and Toulouse University are candidates because they will organize a semester on probability and geometry. So GSI will be one of this event of this semester, and also Bordeaux could be also associated to this organization. And we have another candidate in RIA at Sophia Antipolis. So perhaps we will select a Karcher-Frechet Barry Center between Sophia Antipolis, Bordeaux, and Toulouse. Okay, and now I give the microphone to Silver.
Yes, so maybe Barbara, you want to come over? Yes, so this is new to this GSI edition. There are two best papers one best paper and one young researcher best paper. So each one is 500 euros. It's is given by Springer and sponsored by Springer. So we made a jury. So in the jury there was Barbara Tumpak, Xavier Pennec, Damiano Brigo, and myself. Of course, as you can imagine, it was a very difficult choice. Actually, it's, I mean, it's impossible, and there are many very good papers from very diverse areas. But anyway, we had to make a choice, so we made a choice. So regarding the best paper, so I didn't prepare the slide. Frederic did. Well, I guess that the idea is that according to this, according to the themes in this conference, GSI 17, the best paper could have been given to Paul Langevin, but of course it's a little late now. Yeah, so I know this paper. I was born on a 9th of March, a little later. So and I give this paper to my students to read. But anyway, so okay, so we start with the best student paper. So well, so we had many discussions with the jury, and we finally decided to extend a little bit the definition of a student. So it's now we changed the name. It's now the best young researcher prize. The idea is that we wanted to some freshly graduated researchers to be able to receive this prize. So we said that someone is considered as a young researcher if he or her or she has graduated less than 2 years ago for PhD graduation. So this allows to give the prize to someone who generally does not yet have a permanent position, and hopefully this prize may help the person. So there were 2 close finalists. The first one was the paper by Alice Lebrigand, Marc Arnaudon, and Frédéric Barbaresco, optimal matching between curves in a manifold. So I can say a few words about this paper. It introduces an algorithm for the computation of geodesics in the space of curves. And you want this geodesics to, you don't want to be exactly in the space of curves, but you want to be parameterization invariant. So actually it's the quotient space of curves quotiented by their parameterization, and it uses a canonical decomposition of the path in the principal bundle. So theory is very sound and clear, so I invite you to read this paper. It's page 57 in your book. And it's a paper which combines a deep geometric analysis and some implementation as well. And the second finalist paper for best young researcher paper was by Catherine Welker, optimization in the space of smooth shapes. So this paper investigates shape optimization with Sobolev and Steklov-Poincaré metrics. So the idea is that these metrics modify the shape gradient, and thus they modify the optimization path. So the consequences of those metrics have been discovered a decade ago now, in the context of mathematical imaging. But in this paper, we found that it was done very rigorously for shape spaces, and also that this should open up for Riemannian methods, for more Riemannian methods in shape optimization. So the winner is Catherine Welker. So congratulations, Catherine is here. So yes, maybe you can. You want to say something?
Thanks.
Okay. So the prize is being prepared. It will be sent to you along with a check. And now, as concerns the best paper. Find photo. Don't like photo pictures?
Not so much.
Yes, and so the best paper. Once again, it was a very difficult choice. So it's the choice we made. It's the papers by Gaëtan Marceau and Yann Olivier, Natural Langevin Dynamics for Neural Networks. So it's a paper. It's an interesting combination of theory and practice. The idea has never appeared before. It was published in this GSI edition, and you can you can read the theory in the book, and you can also find the codes online for the implementation. So Yann Olivier was there at the conference. He stayed 2 days, but he had he couldn't come today, so he's excused, and maybe some of you will recognize him from the picture. Okay, so I guess that's all. Frédéric?
See you at GSI 19. So I take this picture of this is the family of Henri Poincaré. So it was also one part of his family, which is a farmer family. And see the last sentence of his book on thermodynamics. So it's very funny. So it's not so easy to translate, but it's which is good in English on no, the translation. I have one on. No, which Daniel? No, Lila, Daniel. You can translate the sentence of Poincaré. The microphone. So this is the definition of Poincaré of the second principle of thermodynamics.
So suppose we want to place a grain of wheat in the middle of a stack of malt. This would be easy. On the other hand, suppose that we would like to then find it and take it back, then we would never be able to. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Okay, so thank you, and I hope to see you in 2 years.